all the lights come on, but you are still the one I want. Forget the mess we made, all the things we shouldn't have said. You let your guard down, so I let my guard down too. You are still the one, can't pretend that you're not.
Hi, I'm Jackie, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Hearth and Apron. Today, I have a day in the life of a Nightshift Homemaker for you, and I cannot wait to share my day with you, and it always starts first thing right in the garden where I come to check on all of my plants. Now, you're going to notice I have on the silliest hat right here, and that is because I need to have protection from the sun. I'm sorry, guys. I get sunburned just standing outside for a couple minutes. So this hat, no matter what of a non-fashion statement it is a total necessity in my world.
When the party is over, confetti on the floor from the night before. But when the sun comes up, you are still the one I want. Forget the mess we made.
Check out my potato plants. They are growing so well. This is our first year trying to grow them, and they're really surprising me by how well they're taking. Actually, way better than most of the other things we've been trying to grow. We're growing purple sweet potatoes too, and I'm so excited to see how they turn out.
So I won't, no I won't. I know we got our problems, but I know we can solve them, 'cause everyone has gone home. But you still dance with me when the party is over. Problems, well damn it, I don't care, 'cause everyone has gone home.
Alright guys, we're back inside. Can you tell how hot it is by how pink I turned? It is like 91 degrees right now where I live, and it was full sun outside. I'm so hot. Thanks for helping me water those plants. We're now going to go ahead and go to my room, and I'm going to get my makeup and hair ready for the day and get dressed. Hey guys, as you can see, makeup's done. Decided to put my hair up because I thought that it might make it a little bit cooler for me today. We are going to make some coffee, and then we're going to get all of my meal prep done for the day so that my husband can go ahead and have all of his meals ready to take with him when he heads to work in just a little bit. I'm also going to iron my shorts because they have that evil little rolled cuff, and if I want to wear them, it needs to be done. So let's get to it.
But you still dance with me when the party is over.
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways.
So we are going to go ahead and make some homemade whipped cream to go with this coffee that I just made. And what I'm going to do is put about half a cup of heavy whipping cream into my mixer, as well as, I don't know, a good shake of sugar. I don't really keep track. I grew up with a diabetic, so I like to be light on the sugar. Go with what pleases you and how sweet you want it to be. And then I also add 1 to 2 teaspoons of homemade vanilla extract on top, and I just whip it until it's whipped cream, and it is absolutely fantastic. I like to add this from everything from my coffee to my chai tea. Right now I'm going to go ahead and start out some potatoes, which were going to be scalloped potatoes, but life happens, so shit changed, and they end up becoming a totally different dish. But right now, we're appealing for scalloped potatoes. Then, sharply change, we end up poking another potato to go ahead and get microwaved in the oven so that it can be made ultra fast for my husband's dish, as well as cooking up some chicken in a pan. And I'm kind of cheating with my green beans tonight, using some frozen beans that I just go ahead and steam super quick on the side. If you're curious about what I'm adding to my chicken tonight, all that I'm doing is adding a little bit of salt, pepper, a dash of paprika, and a little bit of onion and garlic powder to my chicken. It's kind of my go-to standard, and I'm just going to go ahead and fry this up with some olive oil, and it will be perfect.
And I saw the angels coming down, and they sang a song, they sang it loud.
Hey guys, so I didn't have a chance to stop and explain what happened earlier. I actually had to completely scrap my entire meal plan idea for today because there's some heavy road construction and my husband was late for work yesterday, and so he had to leave half an hour earlier than I was expecting today. And so I scrapped what I had originally planned for dinner, and I ended up just making him some pan-fried chicken with some green beans and a baked potato with sour cream. And then of course I added some soup on the side for lunch, and then some yogurt and a granola bar. But that was not what I was originally intending, and so consequently I only made dinner for him, so I'm still going to have to make dinner and all the food for my daughter and I. But I figure at this point, since I'm already not having to have it rushed and done early, I'll go ahead and do it later. But before I do, since I already started, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up the potatoes the rest of the way.
Even if the sky is falling down, jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, really wanna know.
While the bacon cooks, I'm gonna go ahead and start to iron my shorts. And you're gonna notice that while I'm at it, I decide to show you a hack on accident. I do not like to iron my tablecloths, but they always get wrinkly. And so what ends up happening is I iron them on the table. I mean, my table's not perfect anyway. It's not.
Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
So what's your favorite way to have your eggs? My daughter's favorite way to this day is fried eggs over medium. This was my favorite way as I grew up and through my entire pregnancy with her, actually. But as I've gotten older, I still really actually have learned to love an omelet or a quiche or different kinds of eggs, but we both really enjoy eating eggs, and this is Hope's favorite way.
Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You said
Now we are going to go ahead and feed my sourdough so that we can make some bread with it in just a little bit.
you're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you.
Okay guys, so I just finished eating my sourdough. I am going to go ahead and grab that coffee and breakfast that I made myself a little bit earlier, and I'm going to take it out back and just enjoy a couple of moments before it's time to start my bread and take my dogs for a walk.
World's on fire. You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile. What is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day.
Okay guys, so my coffee's done. It's probably about time to take my dogs for a walk. But now we have to do something really important before we can go, that is really common in Arizona. We are going to go check the temperature of the road. You're supposed to put the palm of your hand on it for 7 seconds to make sure it's not too hot for their dog paws, or they can actually burn their cute little paws.
I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire.
Alright, we are on our walk, and I just wanted to take a quick second to say hello. It's actually really hard to walk my dogs at the same time as holding my phone. So I am going to go, but we just wanted to say hi. Hi! Hey guys, so we just got back from our walk. As you can see, it's starting to get dark outside, but I am way too hot to go inside. I don't know if I have mentioned it in this episode, but we don't have air conditioning, so right now my house is like really hot, even hotter than it is outside, and it will be until it kind of starts to cool down in a couple hours. So I am going to hang out outside for a few minutes to cool down, and then we're going to go in and get that sourdough bread started in my bread machine. Okay guys, now we are going to go ahead and get our sourdough bread started. I use King Arthur's sourdough bread recipe. So I am going to add a slight adaptation at the end, just because I feel like it makes it really yummy when I'm using it for sandwiches, and it makes my whole house smell amazing. But to get started, we are going to go ahead and put in 3 tablespoons of lukewarm water. I'm going to do that off camera, but I'll be right back. And then I'm going to put in 1 1/3 cup of sourdough starter. Now, it's really important when you're using a bread machine to put your wet ingredients on the bottom so that it doesn't get to the yeast until the right time. So let's go ahead. Okay, now I'm going to set this up over to the side, and I will cover it up with my muslin and stuff in just a little bit and set it over to be used later for another project. So after this is done, we are then going to add our flour. I real quick have to rinse my measuring cup because I don't want all of my flour to be sticking to it. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and add 1 2/3 cup flour. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once that's in there, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now you could add this to the bottom. I don't know if this really counts as my wet ingredients. I guess it should have, but it hasn't ever hurted if I mix this one up a little bit. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon of salt. See if we can actually pull off exactly a teaspoon. Did it! So, ooh, that's gotten sourdough, icky. Then here's part of the adaptation, pardon me, that I like to add to my bread. I add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning and half a teaspoon of onion powder and garlic powder. Now, when it starts cooking, it just starts to kind of smell like pizza crust almost. It's amazing. And it tastes really good and just kind of adds a little bit of extra fun and changes up your bread just a little bit. So, And once again, that's half a teaspoon of onion powder and garlic powder. And I just go ahead and add those in there. And then 1 teaspoon of yeast. To top it off, I always try to put my yeast on the top. That's just what my bread machine said to do in the recipe book, so that's just what I do. Anyways, let's go get this into the bread machine. We are going to go ahead and take a break from filming, and I am showing my daughter Happy Days right now. I actually showed her that 70s show a little bit ago, and they're always commenting back on the Fonz, and I felt that she needed to see Henry Winkler in his own magnificent glory. Okay, serious time lapse here. We are binge watchers. It is now time for us to cut up this bread and go ahead and make ourselves a nice light lunch. Normally, we would have a lot more that we would do in this evening. We would play games, we would do a craft, we could do some kind of an activity. But tonight we were really tired because the night before at about 1 o'clock in the morning, one of our dogs got sprayed and we had to go ahead and bathe her just straight up in the middle of the night so she didn't make the whole house smell. And consequently, it was quite the shenanigan and we were too tired tonight. We decided to make it a binge night, just relax and hang out evening.
We were out of line, out of our minds. We couldn't fantasize about nothing more. And now it's late at night and the sun is out.
So right here, you're seeing me smear peanut butter on the side of my freshly cleaned tub that you saw me clean in my last episode. So sad. It got dirty so fast. Anyways, so I tried what Pinterest said and putting peanut butter on the side of my tub to keep my dog busy. Pinterest lies. It didn't make a damn difference. One dog kind of cared in the beginning, but the moment she got wet, she could not give a shit that there was peanut butter there, and all that this did was make a bigger mess for me to clean. Beware, people. Pinterest is lying on this one.
Had to stay inside, I had to hide. Started to realize where I wanna be.
It must be said, Celine is actually being incredibly patient right now with her being scrubbed. I didn't realize this at the time. I thought that maybe she was being a little impatient, and then I bathed her sister Emma. And I realized, oh my goodness, Celine was so good in her tub.
Okay, we dance, go and spend it all where we wanna be. It's late at night and the sun is out. Okay, we dance, go and spend it all where we wanna be.
Okay, so this was the cutest thing. I closed the curtain so that Celine could shake off some of that water, and instead she seemed to think that the curtain made her trapped. She just instantly laid down in the tub like she was submitted. It was really interesting.
Want me to think about it if I could. I'd burn down the moon and give that to
So before I can say this night is done, I definitely have to still get some of those chores that I have been avoiding done. So we are going to go ahead and knock out all of these dishes that have just been waiting for me so patiently. Isn't that kind? Not really. And then after that, we are going to go ahead and water all of our plants again so that they don't have to worry about, because you're going to see as I go outside that it's actually already light. So I'm going to water them so that they don't get dried out while I'm sleeping. And then I'm going to come back in, finish some more dishes, because dishes are so cool. And then I'm going to wrap it up for the evening and say good night.
Stars and sun are separated, rainbow colors newly painted. I put it all in a paper bag for you. Have a nice day. All the gods and all the angels got them waiting at your table, 'cause giving you my heart was not enough. I grew up and I'm bitter. 0 out of 3 no more. Thought that I'd be quicker, but I'm heading out that way for sure. Said that you'd be waiting, and now it's been too long. Been too long. I wish that we could turn back time, back to all of those nights when I knew you were mine. I miss when we were teenage girls and our tomboy t-shirts, when life was good and the worn out sneakers, when we were fine about the complications. Those were the days in the tomboy t-shirts. I never said I was ready, but ready for what comes ahead. You said that you were with me. I wonder how we did forget. Some days were forever, and now it's been too long. Been too long. I wish that we could turn back time, back to all of those nights when I knew you were mine. I miss when we were teenage girls and our tomboy t-shirts, when life was good and the worn out sneakers, when we were fine about the complications. Those were the days in the tomboy t-shirts. Dirt on my jeans and same good old snapback, floating through the street like holding your hand tight. Dirt on my jeans and same good old snapback, floating through the street like. I wish that we could turn back time, back to all of those nights when I knew you were mine. I miss when we were teenage girls in our tomboy t-shirts, when life was good in the worn out sneakers, when we were fine about the complications. Those were the days in the tomboy t-shirts. Tomboy t-shirts.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Sitting by the lakeside, gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. 'Cause